Hi guys, and welcome to another sound comparison. And in today's video I'm going to compare the JBL Xtreme 3 against the Anker Soundcore Motion Plus. I think this is a pretty good matchup, certainly because it really shows what you get from the price. The Xtreme 3 is about 3 times as costly, or cost pretty much 3 times as much as the one Anker Soundcore. So yeah, in today's video I'm going to show what you get for each speaker, basically, or when it comes to sound at least. Maybe not every specification, but when it comes to sound. And then I'll be giving my summary at the end, and yeah, between the songs. Okay, let's begin with Spectre. And the Anker Soundcore is beginning, stepping back a couple of meters. And this is max volume, of course. Xtreme 3, max volume. Anker, max volume. Xtreme 3. Anker. Xtreme 3. Anker. Yeah, and because I'm already bored with this song, actually, it's a song you've heard over and over again, so I'm gonna switch to another one. Blank. Yeah. I mean, I should probably get some new no copyright songs, but yeah, I'm a bit too lazy. But yeah, I'm gonna get some more for future videos. And the Anker is playing. Xtreme 3.
Yeah.
Let's see the sound dispersion. Still the Xtreme 3. Anker. Xtreme 3. Anker. Yeah, I think that's good for that song. Actually, I think I need to change my EQ. My EQ for the Anker Soundcore, or my personalized EQ, will be down in the description. But yeah, I think it doesn't sound super good with my EQ right now. Of course, you should always use your own EQ when it comes to the Anker Soundcore Motion Plus, because it sounds way better than the stock. It's just because the bass distorts quite a bit, and I feel like there's some volume pumping. It doesn't sound that great, but I mean, it sounds decent, right? But I know the Anker can sound way better than that. So maybe lower the upper bass. But yeah, you could hear the Xtreme 3 was quite a bit louder. Not super much louder, but it was louder. Of course, I've told you this in other videos, but when you step back a couple of meters, you don't hear any bass from the Xtreme 3, and it's because of the deep bass. But I could actually, when I was like 3 meters away, I could actually hear some bass, which was quite pleasant, that deep rumbly bass. But it also depends on which kind of song you listen to. Not all songs have that deep thumping 50 Hz bass, while the Anker's bass you could actually hear from further away than the Xtreme 3. But of course, the sound didn't sound as big, I believe, and it sounded a little bit distorted. But the Anker, it's hard to say, because I kind of prefer the sound from the Anker, but at the same time more bass and louder volume. Just because the sound from the Xtreme sounds way too thin. You have a little bit too much highs, and you can actually hear the mids quite well on the Anker, which I I like the instruments and whatnot that goes around. There's no instrument in those kinds of electronic sounds, but yeah, I guess the different sounds, I can say. So yeah. Okay, when it comes, so a short summary for this song. I like the, what is it? The mids, and I like the, I like that the bass is fuller, but it's quite distorted, but it's my own fault because of my EQ. And then there's the Xtreme, which is louder, which is nice, and it has rumbly bass, also nice, but you can't really appreciate it too much when you're outdoor. And something more, yeah, a little bit too sharp highs, but of course it's clearer. It's a lot clearer than the Anker. So yeah, so you could say that the Xtreme is relying on its highs to stay relevant. Okay, and because this the Xtreme 3 is 3 times as costly, or costs 3 times as much as one Anker Soundcore, I'm going to pair up 2 Ankers. So it will be at least a little bit more fair. 2 Ankers together weigh more actually than one Xtreme 3. So that's a good thing to know. These weigh 1050 grams, while the Xtreme 3 weighs 1950 grams, something like that. So they weigh more, but not too much more. Okay, and now we're paired up, and I'll play my favorite song, right, when it comes to these comparisons, and it's Humanity. I'm just gonna find it real quickly, and there we have it. Beautiful. Oh shit, maybe I shouldn't begin on maximum volume. These are the Ankers. Oh, what? I think they're a little bit too far from each other. When it comes to pairing them together, it's quite easy, but they don't have actually a super strong connection to each other, so it's quite easy to interfere. between the Anker. Okay. Maximum volume for the Ankers.
All about you.
Xtreme 3. The Ankers.
It's all about humanity.
Xtreme 3.
It's all about humanity.
Anker. Or Ankers. Sorry for the wind. Xtreme 3. Ankers. Yeah, my EQ is trash when it comes to at least this kind of sound battle. There's way too much distortion in my taste. Xtreme 3. Okay, so that's that for that song. There's more upper bass, I want to say, on the Ankers. I'm not super sure. There might be more. And it's just because the Xtreme 3 has a lot more bass in general, but it's a thin sound. Because it does not have too much upper bass, and it's mainly focused on the 50 Hz mark. Which means that bass doesn't travel as far. I've said this quite a few times, but I'm just repeating myself at this point to make myself sane. But the bass is distorted on the Ankers. I think you could fix that with the EQ, but they won't be as... you won't have as much bass. Bass-wise, I think it's pretty close, but I want to say the Ankers have more upper bass. And of course the Xtreme has way more deep bass. I can't stress that enough. There is not even a comparison there. Loudness wise, before one Anker was not as loud as one Xtreme, but now I want to say actually that the two Ankers are more loud or louder than one Xtreme 3. So you get louder, you get this nice stereo separation, and you shouldn't really undermine the stereo separation. It sounds so good. You get this open sound, and when you have two speakers, you fill up an area much easier than with one. It's much easier to fill up spaces with two than one. Other than that, the Ankers sound probably better if I fix my EQ, because they have better mids, or more present mids, than the Xtreme 3 sounds a little bit hollow, even though inside, as I will show you in another video, the Xtreme 3 will sound pretty good, because that deep bass will resonance with the wall and sound really good. But outdoor, the Xtreme 3's bass is very lacking, or because it doesn't have too much upper bass, as I've said many times before. But other than that, I'm gonna play one more song just because of that. But I don't really think I'm going to comment on the sound anymore. You'll just have to listen and enjoy the last song here. And this song, yes. And this is the Xtreme 3. Now you can really feel that deep bass. Maybe not on the phone, because I don't know how low the microphone goes down to, or how many hertz. Ankers. Not any distortion right now, so that's good. Xtreme 3. Anker. Xtreme 3. Oh no, rain. Anker. Xtreme 3. Yeah, that's that for this sound compressor. Now that I listen to them again, I just want to point out one more thing. I think actually the highs are louder on the Xtreme 3, especially because it's quite a directional speaker, even though it has really sharp highs. Maybe it has louder highs. I'm not super sure. I would need to see like a graph or something to compare these speakers. But louder are the Ankers in general when it comes to the mids and upwards, but maybe not the 12 kilohertz peak that the Xtreme has. Maybe that is louder than the Ankers. I'm not sure, but I guess I could say they are pretty comparable when it comes to loudness. It's just that the Ankers have more mids, more upper bass, but not as much deep bass, of course. But when it comes to highest, I'm a little bit mixed up when it comes to my feelings now. I guess I'll have to listen more to these speakers or compare them. It's not an easy task actually to try to figure out speakers' weaknesses, but I think that means that they're pretty comparable when it comes to loudness in general. But of course, two speakers, much better than one speaker. And the one Xtreme can't really run away from that fact. Of course, all these speakers are waterproof. They float. I think the Xtreme 3 floats the best, but it does not float with the speakers pointing upwards. Yeah, that's it. I don't think my summary was too great actually, but when you look at the price, I think there's no debate saying that the Ankers are probably a better choice. But of course you have the strap with the Xtreme 3, and that's really handy. With the Ankers you need a backpack. With the Xtreme you don't. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And if you had the money, you can pair multiple Xtremes together and get a nicer sound, hopefully, than the Ankers. But that will cost 10 times as much. Thank you for watching this video. like, subscribe, and don't forget to comment as well. I love to read people's comments and give answers to them. So I know that one comment I got on my TOEFL against JBL Xtreme 3 video was that I should use loudness mode. I'm going to check that out, but right now I'm not feeling it, because I want to use the stock Xtreme, what you get from the box, and not using the DSP turned off, because if you use these in a regular basis, that might damage your speaker. So thank you for watching, and cheers, bye bye.